Hey, how y'all doing out there in video land? This Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. And what we're going to do today, well, we're going to get this project started. Time to get this one started, people. Time to get this one started. The giveaway. That's what I'm talking about. The giveaway. Let's go ahead and put it together and get ready to start getting sanded and all taken care of. It's going to be like about 3 or 4 part video. This part will be the disassembly of this one. So I need certain parts to put these together when I sand it. I like to sand the parts when they're together. So let's go ahead and disassemble this one. Let me see what we need here. I don't remember if that's a 6. Yeah, those are 6s. 10. And 10. All right. Everybody's doing good out there. I decided to go ahead and take advantage of those sales I told you all about. Even got a couple of interesting ones coming from Midway, USA. I decided I had to get that Trailmaster deal. So I scored the Trailmaster, so that one should be coming. It's my understanding that the shipping's a little bit slower at this company. So I expect it about, about 7 or 8 days. Next week, probably sometime. This is going to be a nice knife, people. Whoever gets this one is going to get a really beautiful knife. As you all know, the Tonto AD10 is my favorite. And that's sell at Midway for $69 for a CPM S35VN G10 top of the line premium AD10. That is something else. That is something else. Let's see exactly what it looks like. All the parts, brand new. The AD10 is one of my favorite knives from Cold Steel. Especially when you talk about heavy duty 3.5 inch blade folders from Cold Steel. I think it's my number 1 in that category. The Bush Ranger is a really nice one too. It falls into that category too. I think the Bush Ranger was designed by Mike Wallace. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a Demco design. I think it might be a Mike Wallace design. And if it is, it's definitely my favorite one that came from Mike Wallace. I have several from Mike Wallace. You went with Andrew when Andrew left Cold Steel. Mike Wallace went with him to help him create Demco knives. It was already created, what am I saying? But going to full-blown business like they are now, from being a little custom shop. What am I doing? I don't need this one. Okay. This has a little pin in it for this one. That's the difference between the AD10, the S35VM model, and this one. This one uses a Grivery backspacer. I sort of like the way that they do this one too, though, because they have the hardened inserts in it, whereas the other one you're screwing into hardened aluminum. I like this. I like this better. It has a little pin that reinforces this. I sort of wonder if that's the reason why these operate so smoothly. Because with this kit, you can't use that pin setup. You have to use like the S35VN one. The S35VN one has a 6061 heat treated backspacer, and it doesn't use the pin. And that's what I think they designed these for. Anyway. Oh, also on this one, it has these little tabs that you got to take off. I forgot about that part. So let me go ahead and do that. Let me see. I'm going to do it against a fairly flat surface. I'm using 180 grit. Just doing it slowly because you just want to take down the tabs. That was almost done. That one's done far enough, it looks like. Do the other side. Okay, that one feels pretty good. A little bit on the back. Feels pretty flush right there. This one a little bit more. Okay, I think we're good. Just move this out the way. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and start putting this one together. Yeah, right. This is why I do it, people. I put it all together like this without the blade, without the lock bar. This is the initial way I do it. These screws are too long, the ones that are in the pocket clip. All right, now we can start sanding. The reason why I do it like this is because I like to keep everything flush and flat and perfect. I don't want things to be different from one side to be different from the other side. All right, let's go ahead and put these parts away. We're going to put all these parts away now. And it's got in the box. We'll put it in the box. Make sure you got all your washers. The lock bar I'm gonna leave out because I'm gonna continue to polish that too. Well, there's the spring. Leaving out the spring. Anything fit in here? My next step will be sanding, which is a very tedious, long, drawn-out step. This is the way I do it. I put it together like this, and I'm going to take out all these little faint lines. I don't think you guys can really see the faint lines. But these little faint lines in this area, I'm going to make it polished. I'm going to polish this out to a mirror finish all in these areas right here. Then I'm going to put it back together. It's going to be sweet. It's gonna be sweet, people. And the way I do it, I'll go from grit to grit. This is 220. I'm not gonna use anything like 220. Not gonna use, I don't know, I might use 600. Won't use 320. I will be using 2000, 2500. This is 180. That's too low too. Let me see what else we got up here. 2500. 2000. And I got some 3000 grit too. It's in my other area. I'll be going probably starting right around either 400, and I'll probably go 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1500, 2000, 2500, and 3000 grit on this. And then I'll buff it. And then I'll buff it and polish it. And I'll buff it and polish it going through all the different compounds. All the different compounds that there are. Using my buffer. Using my table mounted buffer. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this. I'm not gonna film all the you know the wet sanding and stuff like that because it gets kind of boring. And I've done it a lot of times before, so if you want to see all of that, just go look at one of the old videos. I'm just going to go ahead and get started this one, people. This is the giveaway, getting it started. And it's going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome, people. I can't wait to see it myself. All right, people. Peace out. Stiletto.